How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ace, and today we are checking out David Gilmour, Scattered. So somebody mentioned that, David Gilmour has a new album out, and there was a song on here that definitely has a lot of Pink Floyd influence in it. Like, there's going to be a lot of things from Pink Floyd's music that could be heard in this song, and I thought that sounded really interesting and really cool. Even though I haven't checked out a bunch of Pink Floyd, I'm kind of intrigued to find out, like, if I can get any of the references or if anything sounds like something that I've heard. So yeah, I thought it would be cool to check out. So I said we go ahead and get started. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And without further ado, David Gilmour, Scattered. Here we go. It's a build-up. There's a bit of a heartbeat there.
Take my arm and walk with me once more down this dusty old path. The sunset cuts the hill in half. Our shadows stretch back to touch the night. The light's fading, you say, but these darkening days flow like honey. These days slowing down, a whole life in a glance. The clearest light shines in the darkness, shining on me, and we're still doing this dance, one step at a time, as the days slip by, as smooth as glass, the moments pass. And all these precious things you gave that I've been holding in my hands, these grains of sand. A man stands in a river, pushes against the stream. Time is a tide that disobeys, it disobeys me.
There's a lot happening. It definitely has that Pink Floyd, like, influence to the song. Like, even that heartbeat drum that we had at the beginning, I think that was in Breathe, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, there might be another song, but I'm pretty sure that song started with a heartbeat, like, sound as well. But I'm pretty sure that one was a little bit faster and this one was a little bit slower. Not 100% sure, but that could be, any number of things, because David Gilmour is definitely a lot older, so heartbeat could be beating a little bit slower than it did in the 70s, so that kind of would make a little sense. But yeah, I mean, the song, the melody, like, there was like this intense buildup, and it's like each verse adds a little bit more to the instrumentation. And then when you get to the like bridge, the instrumental bridge, like there's all this stuff happening. There's like it's got like orchestral vibes to it, you know, like you hear a piano and you hear all these other different instruments, and it's like this insane buildup that's just going and going. And while the verses don't necessarily rhyme, looking over the lyrics of the song, at least for the first three verses, like it gives like a pretty vivid picture of just like, you know, time goes so fast, and you know all these moments are just gone, kind of like that. And you know, you look back at all these moments and you kind of just wonder where the time's gone. So you have lines, you know, take my arm and walk with me once more down this dusty old path, and these days slowing down a whole life in a glance. And then especially in the third verse, a man stands in the river pushing against the stream. Time is a tide that disobeys, it disobeys me. So it's like if you're standing in a river and you're trying to fight the current, you know, that current's gonna win. You're definitely not gonna win. That current's gonna push you over. It's gonna just kind of overtake you. And that's kind of like the flow of time. Like you can't fight time. You kind of just have to make the best of it while you can. And I kind of get a sense of him, you know, looking back at his life, just everything that's happened, you know, like the good and the bad, maybe like a sense of regret in there somewhere. But I think overall, you know, like I think he's talking about like he's lived a good life, and you know we're just taking this, you know, one last time. But yeah, like the melody, it's got like this melancholic feel to it, you know, like it just has a lot of those qualities that, you know, Pink Floyd songs had. And I'm definitely enjoying the song. It's got a great beat, it's got a great melody, and I'm ready to check out the rest of it. I said we go ahead and get back to it, so here we go.
These days slowing down, a whole life in a glance. The clearest light shines in the darkness, still shining on me. And we're still doing precious things you gave falling from my hands. These worlds, this scattered sand. I stand in a river, push against the stream. Time is a tide that disobeys, and it disobeys me. It never ends.
Man, that acoustic guitar just, I don't know, there was just something about it that hit really hard. And then it just goes into an electric guitar, and like you have all these instruments playing as well. But I mean, there's just something about how David Gilmour does guitar solos that is just, I don't know, unmatched. Like it's just, it's an amazing thing to listen to, just how he's able to do this. And then not only that, but he steps it up as well after he's done with the guitar solo. He just goes into like this more intense guitar solo. And it's just like he outdoes himself somehow. And then after all of that, like the last verse is just, it's a little bit more minimal. It's like kind of calmed down in terms of instrumentation. And then you have this like constant keyboard or synthesizer sound just like at the end. And at first I thought it was like a representation of a heart monitor and it was gonna flatline. Like I thought that's what they were going for, but it just kind of fades out. So I was like, I was kind of expecting that, so I was kind of disappointed that it didn't do that, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad that it didn't. This whole performance, this whole song is just like incredible. And I went and looked to see like, you know, how he was able to get all the instruments and everything. And like just on the album, there's so much personnel that helped him do this. Like I even recognized some of the names that are on here. Like I saw Richard Wright and Guy Pratt, you know, a couple of members that he worked with in Pink Floyd. And I'm sure there's others that I just don't recognize the name of that were in Pink Floyd. And I believe also Romani Gilmour is David Gilmour's daughter. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's correct. And was also featured on this album as well. So it's really cool that like there's all these different people on here. But yeah, this was a fantastic song. I'm glad I was able to check this one out, and I would not mind checking out more from David Gilmour or Pink Floyd. If y'all have any suggestions or anything I should know about, definitely drop those in the comments below. Would love to check those out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's cool. It's free, it tells me I'm doing the right thing, going in the right direction, all those good things. Don't forget to check out the description of the video as well. There's a lot of cool things in there. All my socials are in there. You can go over there and say hi. Hello. The release schedule, I always drop on the socials a couple of days early, so if you would like a sneak peek as to what's coming out the following week, that's the best way to do that. If you're interested in supporting the channel and getting a priority request in, you can check out the Buy Me a Coffee link. Each request is only $5 and it helps me out a bunch. The link to the video we reacted to is also in there. And if you made it to the end of the video, comment #scattered. I think that's it for this reaction. Check you on the next one. Bye, guys.